too clear. Well, I don't worry and I don't mind. It doesn't really matter to me. I'm gonna grab a bottle of my favorite booze and do a dance to the waltz, to the rhythm and do. We're gonna drink, dance, and die, 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 die. We're gonna drink, dance, and die, 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 die. We're gonna drink, dance, and die.
Let me in.
Please.
What? How did you
What
get
the-
here?
The portal thing, I went inside and then suddenly I'm here and what, you're not even are you even a human being? What kind of a
Don't
thing?
be racist against us puppets,
Are you a muskrat or something?
muskrat?
Oh, hey, whoa, hey, that's my gun. Where did you guys it?
Not your gun?
It's mine.
Mine.
Yes,
Mine.
mine.
Yours.
Yes, mine.
Yes,
I
mine.
outsmarted the otter over here.
I am not an otter!
You are not?
You
Well, then what are you?
You sir have the
Are
gun.
you a rabbit?
You have the gun, so you are right. I am an otter.
I am correct. You are a rabbit. And I will make a rabbit stew out of you if you do not retreat now.
A good story of mine is my buddy Seth Carney told me this once. He was in the back there and he was smoking a cigarette. And he's a clown as well as me. And this kid came up to the clown and said, "Clowns don't smoke." And he goes, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Clowns are alcoholics. Where's your beer can?" All us clowns are deep down inside sad, so the alcoholics. But what makes me very, very happy is sitting down, taking. I know you said this on your show, that you are a collector before you are a gamer right now, but eventually you want to go back to gaming.
Well, sir.
For me, I am a gamer. So out there with the YouTubers, if you're asking, I'm a full-time gamer. I will only collect what I want to play.
Nice.
And some of the stuff I've been hunting. If I find it and it's cheap enough, I will pick it up. But that's another thing. I won't pay over like $50 for an old school game. But what is one of your favorite systems to collect for?
It used to be the PS1. I mean, it still is. The PlayStation 1 was the first system that I personally bought. That I went out and I bought off of somebody, and it came with one of my favorite all-time games. At the time, I didn't know it, but it was Silent Hill 1. Those games have skyrocketed through the roof. I still have my original, which is super nice. I'm a big horror guy overall, like survival horror. And then when I got back into doing this, I basically wanted to only get survival horror stuff, horror games in general, and then some Super Nintendo stuff because that was one of my other favorite systems. But when I got back into it, I would just find deals. I'd go to Savers and I'd actually find pretty good games. I'd find, at the time I wasn't in it for the monetary value, I'd find stuff that I wanted. I picked up pretty much everything. I've sold a huge chunk of it off, but I've kept a lot of my horror stuff. And I think the PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2 era was probably some of the best times out there for survival horror games. I mean, you had Silent Hill, you had your Resident Evils, you had your Echo Knights, you had...
Dead Catch was the one with the boat.
there was Cold Fear.
Yeah, that's the one, Cold Fear.
Cold Fear, they had The Thing.
Thing was hard.
Yeah.
That was a hard game. I think I might still have it.
I mean, I'm keeping a lot of them, like the Clock Tower series even, and Fatal Frame series. Just good games, but it was one of those, like the Clock Tower series, you don't fight back, you have to run and hide and do stuff. The Clock Tower series, the second game's almost $400 to $500 now. Rule of Rose, $600 to $700. It's on a PS2. But I mean, companies don't seem to make the horror stuff anymore nowadays. Few and far between. I think the last best series I played was the Dead Space series on the PS3. I don't know if you guys ever played the Dead Space.
Yes. I broke a couple controllers over that game.
So did I. Dead Space 3 didn't live up to 1 and 2, but it was still a good series. I honestly can't think of, when PT was supposed to come out, I was super excited. They scrapped that. I mean, the Obscure series is nice. There's other games out there if you look hard enough that are decent, but I still think the best time of horror video games was PS1, PS2 era.
Yeah.
I'll always go back to it.
PS2 is one of the longest surviving systems next to the NES.
Yeah.
It survived up until way into the PlayStation 3's life cycle. It still was releasing games. There's, believe it or not, there is a sports game out there if you find it. NCAA is one of those titles there that is worth some cash.
It's only 14.
And if that's why everybody passes up on the sports, but some of those, the later year ones, when they came out, they are worth something. Not the stupid ones that they made Madden 12 or 9 that they made 95 copies of that you find everywhere. I've found that Savers now has gotten a little greedy with their video games. Like they actually look them up, the price, and then they price them a little more than what they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
And especially our local Savers here, like we found Nintendo 64 games that they want $70 for. It's like, are you kidding? That's not even a $70 game. That's like 40 to 30. Like, but they think they're gonna make, you know, their sale plus some on there. So that's nuts. Is there like I said, is there a certain game in general? I know you said you like horror games, but is it Silent Hill is your all-time favorite? You did say that. So.
Yeah, Silent Hill, just something, when I played the first game, just something, you turn off the lights, you know, I'd sit in the, my parents had a TV downstairs, we had the TV upstairs, so my sister would be in her room doing whatever. So I basically had the upstairs TV to myself, and I'd turn off all the lights, and I'd sit and play Silent Hill. And it just, I don't know, just something about the memories of, you know, being in complete darkness, like, at that point you're like sucked into the universe. And the best part was it had the replayability. There's like 4 different endings. And then the second game had like 6 different endings. So there was a reason to go back and play, do things differently, learn new things. I don't know, just Silent Hill has always been my favorite game series. My favorite one of all time is Silent Hill 2. The story is just amazing. I know they also redid it on the PS3, and you can get them on some of the PlayStation stores. So I mean, I would highly recommend trying to get them. I know all of them are over $100 a piece now. Some of them are over 200. But if you can find them, I definitely suggest trying to play it, pick it up if you have it. Definitely a good series.
Yeah, I had one of them and I foolishly got rid of it as a kid. Traded it in because it actually pissed me off. So I brought it down to, at that time it was EB Games.
Oh yeah.
And traded it in and got ripped off.
Yep.
Big time. But I thought I was cool because I bought 2 other games for the price of one. But those 2 other games sucked more than the Silent Hill game did. And trying to trade those in, I would have got like 10 cents to a freaking dollar for those. But yeah, this they're good games, but they're very frustrating. Nurse Misery hates the movie because it freaks her out, the sirens when they go on, and the little children ghost things, those freak her out too. The second one was pretty good, the second movie with the doll thing, that was freaky as all hell.
Yeah, they tried the second movie, they tried to smash different things in. Spoiler alert, but even at the very end, they tried to bring in Silent Hill Downpour. As they're leaving, the bus is going in from Silent Hill Downpour, so I don't know if they had an idea of trying to do something else as a third movie. I mean, I like him because I'm a Silent Hill fan. There's things, obviously, I critique the crap out of him about, but, you know, overall, I was very happy to finally see that they did something with that franchise after they did all the Resident Evil movies, which, again, I know a lot of people are not fans of, but I love them. Basically, when I go to see a movie like that, I don't go in expecting some Oscar-nominated movie. I go in, I want to know, to me, as long as it feels fun and some kind of something towards the source material, I'm cool with it. But yeah, I mean, I could go video game movies. You could do a whole series on that all alone.
Yeah, we should definitely do that. So one of my favorites out there, we'll probably leave it at that. And maybe you guys out there in YouTube land can leave a comment down below. What's one of your favorite video game movies out there? My all-time favorite is still Doom with The Rock.
I was gonna say that.
I absolutely love that. And the end scene when it goes to the third-person shooter, I geeked out.
Oh.
I'm like, that is freaking awesome.
I know it's not a good movie by any means. It's a fun movie. It's entertaining. I actually had to buy it when I found this steelbook case at Best Buy. I already had a copy, but I'm like, it's a steelbook of Doom. So actually connecting to that, I'm sure you've probably seen it. Being a big Doom fan, they put out trading cards for the Doom movie. They were super limited, and it's the only set that you can get that has The Rock signed as Dwayne Johnson, very clean on the card. It's now a $10,000 card. Probably there's one on eBay right now for $75,000. I actually pulled one out of a pack. There was maybe 50 made, and I had it graded, and I've had people offer me stupid money for it, but no, The Rock stays in my collection. I love Dwayne Johnson.
It'd be cool if you could actually, if maybe, here's an idea, guys out there in Rhode Island Comic-Con world, try to get Dwayne Johnson down there. You'll have lines out the yin-yang for that.
Oh, yeah.
But try to get that card signed again from him. It'd probably be worth even triple what it's supposed to be.
It's beautiful. I can't believe I pulled something I was actually looking for out of packs of cards that had been sitting there for probably 10 years, by the way.
So one last time, because this is the second part, and if you didn't watch the first part, please go back and watch it. There'll be a link down below. Where can people get a hold of your YouTube station? And actually, it's fun, guys. It really is. It's one of my favorites.
So it's under Sprooch Retro Hunting. If you just search Sprooch, you'll probably find it, because I don't think there's anything else on YouTube for Sprooch. Basically, I do video game hunting, retro and modern toy hunting. I do pack breaks of like Pokemon cards and stuff once in a while. Those don't get as many views, but whatever. I have fun with it. I did sports cards for 20 years, so if you go to the very beginning of my channel, you'll see breaks of sports cards. But there, and if you go to Instagram where I show everything I get, it's Sprooch_GH. So
Awesome.
I appreciate anybody that wants to check it out. I would try my best to reply to anybody that comments on my Instagram or YouTube or sends me messages anywhere.
And you're pretty good up on Facebook, because that's the only way I know how to contact you. Because the Evil Clown does not have an Instagram one, and nor does he know how to use Instagram. I just got a Twitter account, and all I got up there was porn chicks and stuff. So
They've taken over.
yeah, the porn bots. We have a gift for you here at the Clowns of the Square table. I know you're a Joe collector, and you said you hadn't found it.
Yeah.
So thank you very much for coming down.
Awesome. Thank you very
And,
much.
enjoy that, because like I
Yeah.
said, I stopped collecting. The only one I really wanted was that Cobra Hiss tank.
His tank, yeah, it's a nice tank.
Yeah, and as you can see, I screwed up putting the decal on
Yeah,
there.
it's
I'm not good at that shit.
That's all good.
I just swore. Sorry. I gotta edit that out. But no, it's we get some other stuff too. I know you were looking at these guys.
Oh, these guys are great.
I started building armies of them.
Oh, yeah.
And I want to start painting some of them. Those
They're
are
a
really
dollar. They're at the dollar store. They actually, what is it? There's like 4 humans and like 3 or 4
Yeah.
monsters. You could build crazy amounts of these for $1 a piece.
And they
there's
remind me-
extra weapon sets too.
Cool. Yeah, and it reminds me of a generic G.I. Joe.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, I gotta get those.
I bet you 10 years down the line, people will be looking for these, because they're cool enough but strange enough that they're gonna be like one of those weird collectible lines that people like. I wish I bought them when they were $1, and now they're whatever. So
Have you actually watched the cartoon on the back?
I haven't. I've been meaning to.
It's
no.
actually really cool.
There's actually a scan code on the back, and it's that's another thing. It's $1, and they actually put together like backstory on it. So it gives another form of collectability right there. They're just awesome. They're great.
So
Thank you
once
very
again.
much. Absolutely.
And we
I
hope
really
to have you
appreciate it.
back. We're gonna
Oh,
have
yeah.
you around a little bit in the insane asylum.
Yeah.
And good luck to you.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Let me in.
Hello, how you doing? I'm here with the Insane Clown Posse, ICP. How you guys doing? Well, okay. I'm gonna